Welcome back to the Wanderlust Saga, Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories. And we're back out here because we did some grinding, and those episodes should be up by now. But we're going to make our way back through 13th floor. We got some new, mainly most of my grind kind of focused around simply making my way to pick up the keys to treasure, because looking at it, like, getting to level 99, sure, that'd be fun to see some new slights, but, like, I'm not getting stronger. I'm not getting attack boosts, so it's not really gonna super help me in the end. And more to the point, I don't kind of want to push off the end of the game just so that I can hit a number that I can do later. Not saying I won't do it later. Like, I very may well. And I'm just wasting my money because I can. I don't really need it. So basically what I'm gonna really try and do is go through as much of this as I can without actually fighting anything. And trust me, I'm fairly sure I can go through quite a bit of this without fighting anything. Just because, if you want to see me fight stuff, there's a whole bunch of that. Whole few hours, like, I think I had about 3-ish hours of grinding if you include both sessions. And it's just kind of at the point where I'm like, I could get more, and I kind of, like, I'm going to be a little bit more careful, I think, when I talk about doing something to completion, like 100%ing, because I would like to 100% this. The enemy cards kind of broke me a little bit when I found out that they basically will take me ages to get. And they're not. It's not going to be ages of fun because it's mostly enemies that I one-shot. And I'm going to have to be super careful to not accidentally kill the ones that I want to keep alive. And that's just not fun. And the only thing that I'd really be more or less keen on getting is the key to, all of the key to truth doors open. And I got most of them. Like, we have a lot of the 358 days over 2, 358, yeah, 58 over 2 days, cards. Like, we got a lot of those cards. And I really wouldn't be upset about, like, spending the time to get the rest of them, except for it's just time consuming. For as much time as I've already put into it, I've gotten a handful of them. And I really wish I could have gotten more, but I didn't. Like, because you have to wait until you get the right card. I got 2 6s, so let's do a 6 here. This is, I saved all these blue cards till the end, so let's get some use out of them. And I kind of, like, I'm getting to the point where I super want to get to, if not at least Kingdom Hearts 2, I really want to hit up Reverse Rebirth. I actually like, which, if you're unsure of what Reverse Rebirth is, at the beginning it said, you know, do you want to pick Sora's story or Riku's story? And probably should have looked this up, because I even thought about looking this up to make sure of this fact, but I'm pretty sure this was how it was. Is the original Game Boy game was, I believe, and I'm interested to actually check this when I'm done, and I may correct myself tomorrow. I believe it was separated into 2 separate physical games. One that was Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, which is the game that up until this point we've been playing. And then they created a second one called Reverse Rebirth, which is Riku's story through the events of Castle Oblivion. And these stories are very much separate. I can just chain Moogle rooms. This is glorious. But yeah, so like there's a whole bunch of stuff that you like definitively, my brain just like hop thought trains. But no, it's just kind of interesting. So Reverse Rebirth, if you're curious what it is Riku's story. That's what it's called. And when you actually first play it, it actually comes up with a new title screen that says Reverse Rebirth. I remember correctly. It should switch over to it. Not that I really see the main menu a whole lot. I don't spend a lot of time on the menu. In some ways, I appreciate how long, like, this is a big winding level. And yes, just so you're aware, I'm almost positive it goes here, then here, then here, then here, then here. And then you have to wander your way out. I believe. I don't remember, it's been a while. 1 plus. Let's use another 3. But yeah, so I'm getting excited to get towards that.
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Namine go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan. You use Namine to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece, and he turns into her total puppet. Then, using Namine and Sora together, you and Larxene overthrow the organization. Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Since when were you suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
So you only eliminated Vexen to obtain proof of our plan?
That I didn't want to do, but it was your order.
Oh.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor. I always follow orders, Marluxia.
That's actually, for all the convoluted things that Kingdom Hearts occasionally throws, that's like a very straightforward exposition of this plot, of what is going on. Which I guess is something that I haven't really talked about a whole bunch. Of, you know, what's going on here in Castle Oblivion. And essentially what it comes down to is exactly what was so very nicely put to us by Axel. The organization sent members here. And technically we haven't seen all of the members who have been at Castle Oblivion. As we know from Days, there are a few more members. But the thing is, 1 second, I'm gonna grab these cards. But of the members that are important to the story that we're telling right now, there is Marluxia, Vexen, Larxene, and Axel. Axel we've kind of gotten to know quite a bit through his interactions with our good boy Roxas. Larxene we kind of really didn't see much of, and same with Marluxia. This is kind of where you get to know those two, and essentially their entire goal is to overthrow the organization. Why? We're not so sure of right now, and it's not really, I think, strictly stated in this game their aim. And it'll be something to discuss, I think, a little bit when we start Kingdom Hearts 2. Because I think we have enough pieces once you get done with Days. Because Days has a lot of those pieces in it. But yeah, so they want to overthrow the organization, but they need a trump card. The two of them, Marluxia and Larxene, are not enough. And even with Axel seemingly on their side, it's not quite enough. Though, if they honestly were smart enough, they would assume if they had Axel's backing, they should assume they have Sayax. But they don't, I don't think they jump to that conclusion. Because having Sayax's backing is pretty well on their way, but also to have Sayax's backing would mean quite a lot. Okay, so I think we are just about where we need to be. And I am going to... Okay, so I need a 1 blue, which I'm sure I have. 1 blue. A 3 in red. Again, I'm sure I have it. Okay, 8, 6. 7. 5. 1 moment. 3. Oh, no, can't do that. Ah, there we go. 9. Yes, I did that just because I just started noticing the numbers that I was pulling. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's not super useful. Okay. And... bam! Key to truth. Let's see what's going on.
Larxene paid the price for disloyalty when she disappeared. You must do the same! The organization's betrayed. In that name, I will annihilate you.
That line's not you.
Well, had to try it once, you know. Is that your shield? Won't do you any good, I'm afraid.
I wonder. Are you listening, Sora?
Oh?
Axel says he's willing to harm Naminé to get me. You won't let that happen, will you?
Oh, come now. You're Marluxia's puppet already?
After I finish you, he's next.
Now, Sora, we've got more in common than you might think. I'd really rather not fight you. But I can't dishonor the organization, now can I?
Last time, Axel was just playing. Now we get to fight Axel for real, and it's gonna be so upsetting that we're not gonna give him the chance. That's actually the one tricky thing about fighting Axel. Is he does like to dodge like that. I think I need to wait until... Okay. Oh crap. Okay. He's actually proving to be a little bit of a challenge. Mainly because he can dodge out of the way of some of my stuff. And he's also got a high sleight. That's kind of hard to counter once he's got it going. Axel? Not Axel. Okay. Okay, this is definitely getting close. I have to actually stop and, like, think about what I'm doing. Okay, got him. Got him. Ooh, that was cool. Yeah, he's very weak to ice, which is why the deck is stacked the way it is so that I could do some blizzard damage. Ooh, we leveled up. And Axel's card. I think HP is just good for right now.
You're better than I thought you'd be. It was worth saving you after all.
Saving me? What do you mean?
Sorry, I would hate to kill the suspense.
Axel!
If you notice, there is something to notice about the way that Axel disappeared there. I don't want to say much more than that, because I can't remember some certain particulars about some things, but okay, let's use a moment's respite. Heal ourselves back to full, all that jazz. I'm already healed to full because I leveled up. Didn't even think about that fact. Ooh. Have a lot of blue cards. The thing is like, what really sucks about all these blue cards is I'm just... Ooh. Total Eclipse. That's neat. And a 4. A few 9s, but let's... Again, I'm trying to pacifist this area, just because if I want to fight, I can fight and get a roulette room going and spawn in as much garbage as I want. But that's not really, like, the point. Should I have changed? I think I should have changed it.
You defeated Axel. The Keyblade's power. How I've longed to make it my own.
Let Nominate go!
You've no chance of winning. Nominate. Erase Sora's memory.
But if I do that...
That's right. Sora's heart will be destroyed.
His heart destroyed?
You can do that!
I'd rather have preferred him unmarred. But he can be rebuilt, more to my liking with time. Nominate. Do it.
No. Sora forgave me even when I deceived him. So how could I destroy his heart? There's no way! I don't care what happens to me. I won't hurt Sora. I won't do it!
Then you will.
Do it, Nominate! I don't care. You can erase my memory.
Sora, why'd you say that?
Because who will I look after if I don't have Nominate? So just do it. Erase my memories. Destroy my heart. I promised. I'll always protect you. You have to believe me.
Sora.
I don't need any memories to take on someone like Marluxia.
You bet! Even if Sora forgets it all, Goofy and I won't forget.
Donald's right. He and I can remember everything for Sora.
See? I'll have all my friends' memories, so I can piece my own together again.
You ignorant fool. If Nominate uses her powers to erase your memory, you'll be nothing but an empty shell. Your heart will no longer be able to feel or to care, just like Vexen's pathetic imitation of your Riku.
Take another guess.
What?
It can't be.
Riku!
No. Just an imitation.
You're a shell. A shell who has had everything taken. Everything!
What can you possibly think I ever had? Both my body and my heart are fake. But there is one memory I'll keep, even if it's just a lie. Whether it was a phantom promise or not, I will protect Nominate.
Imbeciles. You would knowingly shackle your heart.
with a chain of memories born of lies? You would be one who has a
I
heart,
forgot to
yet
change my
cast
thing.
aside your heart's freedom? You turn from the truth because your heart is weak. You will never defeat me!
I get a chance to... Nope, I don't. I may be able to beat him with this build.
This is it.
How does it feel, Marluxia? How it feel? I really want to know. How painful is it?
Freeze.
Beef.
Freeze. Heal. Yeah. This is it. This is it.
Oh yeah, that's what he can do that I don't like.
Your heart shall be judged!
Oh, oh, that was garbage. This probably isn't gonna go well. Not given my current going track record.
Your heart shall be judged!
Courage.
Okay.
Freeze. Freeze.
Your heart shall be judged!
Screw you too, Marluxia. This is how broken this game is. I will spam the same attack at you. Which, I say broken in one sense, but like...
So you are
Oh.
a hero.
Wow. Character Professor Sora? Huh? I thought I had this achievement. I'm assuming I got all the character... Oh, do I have all the character cards? I'll have to look. Thought I was missing one. Damn it.
You could say that. However, what you destroyed was merely an illusion of me.
So what? Another imitation.
He's really in there?
Yes.
Of course he is.
I knew it. I can feel his power. It's trying to destroy my heart.
Gorge, we'll just take care of him together.
Riku, protect Namine.
You don't mind?
Should I?
All right.
Aw, the friends make up, even if he's a fake friend and not a real friend. Showstopper. Did I get a Marluxia card? Because I think I did. Because that's 99 CP. Okay. We're gonna have to get rid of something. That's not necessary. I need 40 something back. Really, I don't need those. Because without having both, without having all these back, it's not going to be as effective. I'll take care of Naminé, I promise. As long as we remember our promise, there's nothing we can't face. Are you ready? Because whatever's behind that door seems really powerful. Your heart can withstand even Marluxia's power. I know it. Okay. Let's do this. Oh boy, Sora, this is the final battle. Are you ready? I'm not quite ready yet. Mainly just because I want to do a thing right here at this nice little save point that they leave here for me. Which is save. "22 hours. I've put significantly less time into this than I did first Kingdom Hearts. Is it gonna redo this entire cutscene? Probably. Yep. Our last battle.
Soon the emptiness will shatter your heart. Here in this world of nothingness.
Welcome to Boss Marluxia. He's not as important as Ansem. He doesn't get his whole battleship.
Oblivion devours you. Drown in the ever-blooming darkness!
Is this the right thing to take with me? I don't remember. I know it's a kind of broken build.
Away! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
This is the only thing I dislike about Lethal Frame.
Let's go!
Is if you miss, you like definitively miss.
Let's go!
Heart will be
Let's go!
Do you want to scream?
Fire! Power!
Omni Slash.
Heal!
Sink into the darkness! Your heart shall what? Your heart what? You'll now know real fear.
Where are you, Marluxia?
Fire! Fire! Courage!
You're not super useful.
Do you want to scream? Prepare.
Fire! Power!
Okay.
To the world without light. No good. Behold.
Okay, come on.
Behold.
Funnel! Goofy!
Loyal!
This is one of those, like, I'm actually astounded this is working.
Heart will be scattered. What?
Do you want to scream?
Fire!
No good. What?
Courage!
No good.
Heal! Power!
Prepare.
Yeah!
The world without what? No good.
Fire! Fire!
Hey, come on.
Behold. Behold. What? Heart will be scattered.
Courage!
Hey, come on.
Yeah! Heal!
No what?
Prepare.
Power! Come on! Gotcha!
It's not really what I wanted, but that's fine.
Sink into the darkness. What? No good.
Okay, there we go. That took a little longer than I expected. This isn't, like, great for this phase. I think it's good on the first phase. I believe it's good on the last phase. 'Cause this is a Kingdom Hearts boss.
Doomed to the darkness.
There's not merely one phase. There are, like, 12. Who needs a 3-phase boss? This is an 8-phase boss. Except for this is actually just a 3-phase boss. It's a rad 3rd phase. And this was not in the original game. This was something they added. It's a rad 3rd phase.
Do you want to scream?
Let's go! Let's go!
I didn't want you to use it on that.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's super good on this phase because he does not move.
Let's go!
And I don't think he uses any sleights in this phase either, which would be the only way that he can break this. Oh, he does.
Behold, your heart is now in shackles. Your heart shall be judged.
He just doesn't use them often.
Let's go! Let's go!
It also doesn't show me his deck, or what he has like queued.
Let's go!
Soak in despair.
Let's go!
Your heart will be scattered.
It's over! This is it!
The beginning of the end. No good.
This is it!
No good.
Heal! Yeah!
Behold, the cards will determine your fate.
Spam, spam, spam.
Your heart shall be judged.
Yes!
Got him.
This is the heart of a hero.
Dex stacked. Yay. Yeah, that's how you beat this game. Ta-da! Nice rose petal.
You okay, Riku?
Not Riku. I'm a fake. I can't remember why I was created or where or when. All that's inside of me is time with you and Namine. But I know those memories are not real.
Gee, Nominee, can't you use your magic to put Riku's memory back to normal?
Well,
It's all right. I'll deal.
Wait! Who cares if someone created you? You are you and nobody else. You have your own heart inside you. Those feelings and memories are yours, and yours alone. They're special.
Sora, you're a good guy. I don't have to be real to see how real your feelings are. That's good enough.
Riku! Riku.
Can you put our memories back?
yes. Not remembering something doesn't really mean that it's gone.
What do you mean?
When you remember one thing, that leads to remembering another. And then another, and then another. Our memories, are connected. Many pieces are linked together, like they're in a chain that makes up each of us. I don't actually erase any memories. Just take apart the links and rearrange them. You still have all your memories.
So you can put them back together?
Yes, but first, I have to undo the chains of the memories I made on my own. After I've done that, I have to gather up the memories scattered across each of your hearts, and then reconnect them. It might take some time, but I think it might work. No, it will work, I'm sure. It's my turn to look after you.
All right. We all really trust you.
Oh, wait a second. You said you'd have to undo the links of the memories you made. But that means...
Yes. You won't be able to remember anything about what happened here.
Not even you?
I'm sorry. It's the only way, I'm afraid. Sora, you have a choice. You can lose your memories of this castle and reclaim your old ones, or keep your memories here and give up the memories that you've lost.
Do I have to choose?
Yes.
He literally said that 5 seconds ago.
Make me like I was.
Oh, okay. Nobody needs to keep a bunch of memories that aren't real, right? You want to remember all of the people who are really important to you. Anybody would choose that.
Nominate one friend.
To remember again, we have to sleep in that?
Yes. It's going to take a little time, but I'll take care of you.
Gosh, when we wake up, we won't remember who you are anymore.
But how are we gonna thank you?
Don't worry about that. I'll just make a big note in my journal. And it will say, thank Nominate.
Oh, good. That makes me feel better.
Well,
Does that work
good
the
night
first
then,
time?
Nominee.
Good night, Goofy. You too, Sora.
Okay.
All of this may have started with a lie, but I really am glad that I could meet you, Sora.
Yeah, me too. When I finally found you, and even when I remembered your name, I was happy. The way I felt then, that was no lie.
Goodbye.
No, not goodbye. When I wake up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real. Promise me, Nominee.
You're going to forget making that promise.
If the chain of memories comes apart, the links will still be there, right? So the memory of our promise will always be inside me somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, it's a promise.
Good. Until later.
Pinky promise. Aww.
Sora, some of your memories' links are deep in the shadows of your heart, and I won't be able to find them. But don't worry. You made another promise to someone who you could never replace. She is your light. The light within the darkness. Remember her, and all the memories lost in the shadows of your heart will come into the light.
Another promise.
Look at the good luck charm. I changed its shape when I changed your memory. But when you thought of her just once, it went back to the way it was.
Kairi! My friends. Namine?
Don't worry. You might forget about me. But with our promise, I can come back.
A promise is a promise.
Yes. One day the light, it will be ours, and it will bring us together. Till then, I'll be in your heart.
Right. Forgotten, but not lost.
And with that, gonna slowly slide down the music and gonna talk for a minute. I do find it amusing that they discuss how they're gonna use the journal to keep track of these things when the journal hasn't kept anything up to this point. If you didn't notice, it's explicitly stated that the original journal was wiped out when the memories were changed. That being said, they completely ignore this fact later, but it's just kind of funny. And this is the last we're gonna see of Sora, really, until Kingdom Hearts 2. So this has definitely been a fun ride, and I like for everything about this game. I do enjoy the story that it's telling here. And yeah, the final boss wasn't super difficult. But I still had to focus there. It's especially when you get towards the later bosses, there isn't quite just that reliance on pure spam of slights, but it's still a pretty good way to do a lot of things. And as you saw with the final boss, I used that to chip down most of his health in his last phase, just using that one spam of slights with his own card that doubled the slights. So obviously I didn't 100% this like I set out to do. And while I would love to do that, I think it would take a ridiculous amount of extra time that I just don't have right now. And I'd rather get on to more of the actual stories and things that are more enjoyable, because it's going to be a lot of repetitive repeat of the same fight over and over and over and over again. Similar fights that we've seen quite often at this point. But, it's different from doing some of the grinding that I did in Kingdom Hearts 1, because I had a little bit more enjoyment in the combat system there. I enjoyed it more. Not saying that this combat system is the worst. I think there are things, though, that could have been better. There's a lot of potential here, but I feel like the fact that you can get stun locked into not being able to play cards, I think is a poor play on their side. But if they did that, they'd have to make, like, if you couldn't stun lock people, and in turn could not be stun locked, there would have to be some change into how you create your decks, because your deck would need to be larger. And slights would need to be a little faster. Because some slights, there's a lot of time to get out like a 0 card. And again, I think turn-based wise, like if it was you had a hand and you could use so many cards out of, like you could use a slight or you could play a single card and it was turn-based, I feel like the mechanics would work phenomenally. Like, I could see a paper prototype of this game being really fun to play. It's essentially a more complex version of War. But the constant fumble through your deck and constant trying to figure out how to beat an enemy and counter them, when it, you know, there comes to be an easy way to deal with it. You just spam the same slights over and over and over again. And look, we've got some Kairi, and something's going on back at Destiny Islands. And Riku. Walking, well, the Riku replica. Looking for something. And finding someone. Our friend Axel didn't die. And then there's this friend. A friend we've met before. Good old Roxas. So it's kind of interesting, like, if you play these games in order, you don't know who Roxas is technically at this point. But I find, like, chronologically, it's kind of makes it easier to understand Axel's motives, because to him, he knows Roxas. And so there's some of how he's constantly thinking he's got friends that he cares about. And, ooh, last final cutscene. Okay, just kind of a teaser. There is always sleep between part and meat, with our usual words on the usual street. So let us part like we always do, and in a world without you, I'll dream of you. When I come to, let us meet, with our usual words on the usual. Okay, so this is hitting the end of the game. But yeah, so like there are things I think that I think the real-time element made it more complex than it needed to be, and meant that you kind of leaned into the slights more than you necessarily would otherwise. Like if it was just a blanket game, like card game. But that being said, like, is it bad? No. Also, I do not believe that there are any, like, hidden cutscenes beyond that. Like, that's just it. And I'm gonna save because this is clear data, and I save all my clear data. Just because it's kind of neat to have it. And then I can also go back and I can, with everything that we have, I can go back through if I feel the need to level. So mind you, this is also the highest level character I have. 59 was what I beat it last time I did Proud Mode. But I essentially rounded off to about the same decks. I wonder if it's going to put us to the Riku screen. It is. Does it say Reverse Rebirth? I don't remember. Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, Reverse Rebirth. I do kind of want to look up, and I'll probably do that between today and tomorrow, whether this was a separate game. I believe it was actually a separate GBA cartridge, but I'm not positive. But I do enjoy this game. And I enjoy Reverse Rebirth more. I think Reverse Rebirth was a way of taking this that feels better. And I'm going to explain why when we actually get into it, and some of the mechanics are explained. But, like, there are cool things about what we just did, and the differences between that and Reverse Rebirth. Like, I like Reverse Rebirth better more because I think it plays better in real time. I don't think the mechanics necessarily are better, and that's one of the things that I'm noticing kind of going back to it after a couple of times. There's a lot of cool ideas here. The biggest problem I have is doing it in real time, keeping track of where you are, where enemies are, and that you're not getting just like comboed into oblivion is difficult. And I feel like that shouldn't be something that you're spending all your time focusing on, because you can get stun locked and things like that. But we are going to start Riku's story tomorrow. So I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Kingdom Hearts. But we're going to be introducing Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories Reverse Rebirth, because it's got to get more silly. It's Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!